Why do people like things like D&D or adventure games? Stories that feature big ensembles. I know you clicked on this video because of the avatar thumbnail. I promise we're getting to it. This isn't about D&D. It's the found family.
And all I've got to offer is sensitivity, intelligence, and charm.
Found family trope, also called the family of choice, is by definition a group of unrelated persons who commit to one another as a family. This is something commonly found in games like D&D or those large ensemble stories I was just talking about. So let's talk about the found family trope using one of the best examples, Avatar: The Last Airbender. We're not going to really talk about Legend of Korra because that deals more heavily with legal blood family. There is an element of found family, but it's not really the focus. For this trope to work, there needs to be a reason for the characters to be seeking out a found family. A few reasons that a character might seek out a found family rather than finding support within their legal blood family are a poor relationship with their legal family, separation beyond their control from their legal family, or the loss of their legal family. Let's start by talking about how Avatar deals with poor relationships with the legal or blood family. The two best examples of this reason for seeking out a found family are Zuko and Toph. You could argue that Azula also falls into this category because she finds a found family within her girl gang, but at the end of the day she is still loyal to her legal blood family. Zuko comes from a family where abuse is the norm, with exceptions being his mother and his uncle. He spends the first 2/3 of the show as a victim of this abuse, still seeking validation from the people responsible. In the end, he ends up finding that validation from his found family rather than his abusive legal family. He comes into a new environment free of the abuse that he grew up with. Zuko's family of choice is loving, caring, and supportive, something that he would have never gotten from his legal blood family. Toph, on the other hand, comes from a family with love, but misunderstanding. Toph's parents are incredibly overprotective and won't allow her to express herself freely. They believe that because of her disability, she's incapable of taking care of herself. In a found family, Toph seeks out a group that encourages her self-expression. She ends up finding people that believe in her abilities totally. In her family of choice, Toph finds freedom and legitimacy. Another reason that a character might seek out a found family is separation from their legal or blood family that is out of their control. Katara and Sokka are great examples of this. The relationship with their legal blood family is really good. They were separated by circumstances ultimately out of their control, those circumstances being war. Their father is off fighting and their mother has been killed by the Fire Nation. They themselves leave the rest of their family to go help the Avatar, Aang. Unlike characters who are seeking found families because of strained relationships with their legal blood families, these characters still seek contact with their blood families. They are always keeping an eye out for their dad. This forced separation from their family was cause for faster maturity. Katara as a mother figure and Sokka as a soldier. They seek out found family to find that sense of community that they had lost, ultimately looking for a support system. In their family of choice, they find all that as well as the opportunity to finally act like children. Arguably, the most tragic reason a character may seek out a found family is the loss of legal or blood family. Aang is a perfect example of this. After waking up after 100 years of sleep, his entire community is gone. He is literally the last of his people. The last airbender, if you will. This means a loss of support systems, of culture, of community, of everything. These characters don't seek out contact with their legal or blood families because there's no way for that to happen. It's an impossibility. Aang finds a new community and helps to develop a new culture with his found family. You can see the results of that with Republic City in Legend of Korra. By finding this new community, he also finds a form of protection as the Avatar. So, to go back to the beginning of this video, why do we like found family stories? I think that part of it is that it features deep relationships between characters that aren't inherently romantic. We just love to see a good friendship. From characters who are seeking found families because of loss of family, we can learn that someone is always there for you. These characters and stories make us feel less lonely. Characters seeking a family of choice because of strained relationships with their legal blood family teach us that friends are chosen. Families are not. And finally, characters seeking found families because of forced separation from their legal blood families teach us a sense of understanding. Found family narratives have a lot to teach us about empathy and ultimately how to support each other in a community. If you're interested in found family stories, I obviously recommend Avatar: The Last Airbender and maybe playing a game of D&D. That was the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, why not give it a thumbs up? Why not subscribe? Why not ring the bell? The usual laundry list. Unless you don't want to, in which case, no worries. Alright. Bye.